This is a fine wine that even an emperor has never drunk. After drinking this wine you can sleep for 1,000 years, and the appearance will not change in any way after 1,000 years. Old men make wine for generations. He lamented that the world was dark. I don't want my children to live in this environment. So I went to great lengths to make this wine. Then he called his 2 sons to him. Kids, listen to what I have to say. The world is dark. 1,000 years from now, it's time to make bad people quit. People are doing things clean. So I spent all my energy concocting 1,000-year-old wine. It's been 1,000 years since I woke up drunk. In other words, you can live 1,000 years longer than others. To prevent the winery from being robbed by bad guys, the old man divided the winery in 2, to prevent bad guys from stealing. You each take half. Wake up after 1,000 years. You will meet. If the world remains the same, can be renewed for 1,000 years. It turns out that this wine can be refilled indefinitely. The brothers agreed to see each other after 1,000 years and then parted ways. Boss found a hidden cave. I took out the wine and just took a sip. He fell asleep in an instant. At this time a man in yellow sneaked into the cave. It turns out that this person is a thief. The cave happened to be where he hid his stolen goods. Looking at the delicious wine on the ground, he was drooling. Pick up the wine jar and drink it all. I saw him blushing. He staggered and fell asleep. Time is fleeting. 1,000 years passed quickly. The boss opened his eyes in a daze. Looking at the strange man beside me, he asks who you are in fear.
Huh?
My name is Huang Mingshan. Oh goodness. Brother Huang, God let us sleep for 1,000 years. Well, hear this. Thieves feel incredible. He thought he was drinking and hallucinating. Nonsense. Just when the 2 of them were about to get lazy, I saw that their clothes were instantly weathered. The half of the winery also fell from the thief. You are a thief. No, I'm not a bad guy. This is the recipe for Millennium Dream Wine left by my father 1,000 years ago.
千年梦酒配方。哦。
Now I have to find my brother first and get the other half. Put together a complete recipe. Let's get together to have 1,000-year dream wine. Then you have to be careful. Don't let the bad guys know. What are you afraid of now? Isn't it 1,000 years ago that there were no bad people?
1000年前还有坏人。
Oh yeah. But we have to get dressed first. To get out of the hole, what do you think? The thief took the boss to find the dirt that was once hidden in the cave. He picked up the clothes hanging on the wall. It broke into pieces before it was worn on the body. Looking at what was once stolen with fear, all in tatters, stomping my feet in anger. At this time, he remembered that there were still a few pieces of armor he had stolen in the box. Hard armor weathered for millennia, still intact. Then they climbed towards the exit. The thieves opened the manhole cover, startled by a sudden speeding car on the road. The boss is curious and wants to see. What he saw were beautiful long legs, facing the unknown world. They chose to sleep for another 1,000 years. Rebrew 1,000-year-old wine. Can you score me a share? Oh, of course.